Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Witch Queen Season of the Seraph intel. And once again, it is Friday, so we have our Friday weekly update. XUR has returned. Unfortunately, no trials this weekend because we do have Iron Banner. I'm going to cover a little bit more on Iron Banner and some things you can do to make the whole Iron Banner farm a lot better a little bit later in the video, but of course, today XUR can be found in the EDZ, right over here in the Winding Cove. I feel like he was just here. So I'm going to give you a brief rundown on him, Iron Banner, as well as all the other farms, glitches, and cheeses that you can use heading into the weekend. And again, there are some good ones, though maybe not quite as good as last week. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notification so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Remember that any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and I do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. We're getting really close to Lightfall, and of course it's going to be a Lightfall giveaway until Lightfall is released. And of course, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section for another entry into the next giveaway on this YouTube channel. And I do that on all videos, so remember, if you haven't done that on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Now, XUR has some interesting loot today, though maybe not the best overall. I am on a Warlock for a specific reason, and I'll get to that in a second, but you can pick up your exotic Ingram, of course. We have the Lord of Wolves shotgun. I don't know how this plays into the meta, but boy, it used to be such a pain in PvP. We have the Hard Use harness with a 62 total roll. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. We have Doom Fang Pauldrons with a 63 total roll for the Titan. And then we have the Fellwinter's Helm with a 62 roll for the Warlock. I think as far as just overall exotic gear goes, maybe Doomfang and Haiju's Harness are the ones to pick up. I haven't really used any of these that much, including the exotic weapon. For legendary weapons, we have False Promise with Eye of the Storm, and Feeding Frenzy, we have the, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one, but this name with Harmony and Encore. This is an auto rifle. We have Nature of the Beast with Quick Draw and High Impact Reserves. We have Ignition Code with Thresh and Ambitious Assassin. We have the Fracto Scythe. I always say it incorrectly. With Adrenaline Junkie and Ensemble. We have Blast Batu with Rampage and Moving Target, and we have the Kneeling with One Quiet Moment, Vorpal Weapon, and Slide Shot. I'm sure I said at least a few of these wrong. Let me know which ones I did in the comment section down below. But this is actually an interesting pickup on this one just because it has Rampage on it, and I think grenade launchers are going to be super good next season. Maybe not this one, but never a bad pickup at any point moving forward, at least until next season. Now for the legendary armor, like I said, I'm on the Warlock for one specific reason. No real standouts except for this. This is across all classes. Everything else is in the 50s or low 60s. No real great distributions, but the gauntlets for the Warlock this week are incredible. 66 total. I'm just going to pick these up. 18 resilience and 26 discipline. That is a very high roll as well as a really good stat distribution. I know resilience isn't going to be quite as necessary next season, but still, that much discipline, it's just a good roll all around. Definitely pick them up if you're on a Warlock. As far as the exotic weapons go, we have Dead Man's Tale with Snapshot and still no Vorpal, unfortunately. Short action stock. accurized rounds, and fluted barrel. And we have Hawkmoon with surplus, polymer grip, alloy magazine, and arrowhead brake. So again, nothing too special here. Exotic ciphers, remember, these are what you need for a majority of the exotics from the tower kiosk. If you can't pick one up, it's because you have one. Go use it. Buy an exotic from the tower kiosk. There are some great ones. I'm probably going to cover a little bit more on the best ones to pick up heading into next season, maybe later on this weekend. And that is going to be it for XUR today. Thanks for bearing with me through all the mispronunciations. Again, tell me which ones I did in the comments section down below. I always love hearing from you guys. But now we're going to move on to all the other things that you can do heading into the weekend if you haven't had a chance to play at all this week. First off, in the Vanguard playlist, of course, we have another Grandmaster Nightfall. If you want a full breakdown on my Grandmaster Nightfall tutorial for this week, with all the glitches and cheeses therein, I'm going to post another video on it probably on Sunday. But if you want a full breakdown, go watch my last video. It'll be linked top right corner or at the end, and I'll probably do more specifically the boss encounter. But this week is the birthplace of the Vial, which is, I would say, maybe one of the more difficult ones unless you have the really correct build. But there is another out of bounds glitch that I actually thought, though I talked about it in my previous video, didn't work quite as well as it ended up working for me and my fire team on my run. So more info to come and in the past on that if that's something you're interested in. Remember that this week's weapon is the hung jury. Scout rifle, I've actually heard a lot of people are looking to farm this weapon, though it wasn't one that I was looking forward to farming myself. But if that's something you're looking for, or if you're just trying to finish out your Conqueror Seal or gild it, go check out my last video or the one that I'll probably post again later this weekend. Iron Banner is also around, and that's the last thing I really want to talk about, the last major thing that I really want to talk about. Remember that Iron Banner gives some of the best gear in the game as far as stats are concerned. So if you're trying to boost your stats, get yourself some more discipline or strength or intellect or any of these, resilience, though it won't be quite as important, but I do believe the stats are going to be more important overall moving forward, which I think is a good thing heading into Lightfall. Remember, you can do the same Iron Banner loot farm that you can do with all vendors, and the best way to acquire high stat armor currently, especially because right now I believe all blues are getting thrown into legendaries, but I think the farm for high stat armor, at least for the weekend, would be to play Iron Banner and go for those really good stat armor from Iron Banner, specifically the rewards. And you want to actually do this in two ways. You want to get more Iron Banner rank so you can get more loot, and you want to make sure that the stats you're getting for that Iron Banner loot are the ones that you want. So I'm going to cover something that a lot of people may know, some might not. There's a lot of new players to the game, and I think the specific description of this might be a little bit hard to encapsulate, but essentially you can put these mods on your exotic ghosts that will give preferred drops as far as armor stats go, or armor rolls. So I want to prefer discipline on my future stat rolls on armor that may or may not drop. Now, of course, you can select which armor piece you want when you go to Lord Shaxx in the tower, and Iron Banner is already better for stats overall. So when you do something like this, it's really going to hone in specifically. Not only will you get a high stat piece of armor just from Iron Banner, but it's also going to give you the like double guarantee of having one of these mods equipped. And there's ones for all of them. Again, I'm sure this is repeat for some people, but maybe not. But in any case, this is where the kind of hack comes down, where there's something weird as far as the RNG in terms of how stats are distributed. Basically, there's a top tier and a bottom tier. So the top tier would be mobility, resilience, and recovery. And then the bottom tier would be your intellect, discipline, and strength. Now, for some reason, when you select a mod for one specific stat, it will prefer that stat, but also select two from the top tier to also like give a stat bonus to, or sort of maybe hone in on those two stats. It's very strange. I'm not exactly sure why it's broken down that way, but because currently, for example, the most preferred stats are resilience, recovery, and discipline, at least for a warlock. If I pick discipline, it's going to prefer discipline and then two of the stats in the upper tier. So I might get unlucky and get mobility, but there's a chance that I might get a very high resilience build as well, or roll, as well as a high discipline roll and a high recovery roll on, say, like this piece of armor or this piece of armor. A little bit less lucky on that one, but as you can see, most of my armor is those three preferred stats just by doing this. So if you're playing Iron Banner, just know that. The other thing that you want to know to make your rank go a lot faster is, of course, everybody knows you can wear Iron Banner gear in order to boost your rep bonus. But some people might not know that, of course, ornaments work, but then ornaments on top of Iron Banner gear also like double it. So if you're wearing a piece of Iron Banner gear and then you equip a Iron Banner ornament to that piece of Iron Banner gear, it counts as double. So you can double up on all your rank bonuses just by doing that. There is a pinnacle to it, meaning like once you get over the full amount of rank bonus, I think it's once you get 5 for 5 essentially with the also the emblem equipped, and you can also use weapons. But once you go 5 for 5, you can get more bonus over that, but I think it kind of can break the rewards a little bit. I don't know if they've just completely capped it. You used to be able to go higher and the rank would go up, but it could also mess with the rewards you would get from Iron Banner. So I would just go 5 for 5, but you can use this if you're just, you know, missing a piece of Iron Banner gear and you want to fill the gap for that to have a full 5 set. That was a bit of a long-winded, I'm sure, explanation of that, but I thought it was a good thing for everybody to know, and rather than make another Iron Banner video explaining all that stuff, I just thought I would include it today. Now, the Legendary Lost Sector, I believe, is the Concealed Void today. And it is dropping exotic armor, exotic gauntlets. So if you're in the market for, say, these, which are my go-to for stasis builds, and you're a warlock, or any other exotic armor piece, make your way to the Concealed Void Legendary Lost Sector today. And that is going to be it for all the information in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. As I said, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2 Witch Queen or Lightfall content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter again. And of course, the secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section today is either a hashtag XUR or a hashtag Iron Banner or a hashtag Season of the Seraph or a hashtag Lightfall. Any of those I will accept. And of course, once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. We will see you next time.